Thank you for joining me for another episode of Ghost Storying. I'm psychic medium Amy Shuford, and today we are at the Kings Mountain National Military Park in Blacksburg, South Carolina. And this is where one of the battles of the Revolutionary War was fought. Let's get started. So they've just opened this park back up after the floods, and I believe this is the only trail that is open. So this is what we're going to be exploring. Now, some of the claims have been that people have heard gunfire. They've seen apparitions of soldiers and have heard basically movement as if the soldiers were marching. Now, I don't know if you could see behind me to my left, but there are some cutout soldiers. Those are not apparitions, but they have them over by like a little campfire area maybe, but that's where they bring the students. But if you do see anything, please go ahead and put it in the comments. I wanted to show you because I could see one of those soldiers right ahead of me. Again, that is art. So what I'm going to do as my sister and I walk this path, first I'm going to invite anybody who wants to come forward and tell their story to do so. If there's anybody here who wants to come forward and tell us your story, please do, and we'll make sure that that story is given to our viewers and that we have heard it. And now we're going to have my sister turn on the Ovilus so that we can receive communication via that. Now, the Ovilus is some technology that allows spirits to access its bank of words. I think there's several thousand words in it. And if anyone wants to communicate via this box here, you can do that. And I'm going to turn it around so y'all can see. So this is the Ovilus, and it will put words out there. It says mist, moss, and I can't read that one. Amanda, can you read it?
Reficio?
Reficio. Well, mist and moss, there's definitely a lot of moss here, and they would have come through the mist. Were you a soldier in the battle here?
Legs
Creek choose. And if we hear other humans, then we will pause for a minute. They're not anywhere near here, but I hear people that are living right now.
Farmers.
Poltergeist. Legs. Well, that's interesting. Do you want to show yourself to me? What's your name? Were you farmers who took up arms? Or were you farmers whose land and livelihood were interrupted by the war?
Could literally be a sign.
Well, that's funny. Yeah, there's a sign there, but
Wed. Minute. Like a Minuteman?
oh. Were you a Minuteman? Now, I'm also going to let my sister run that piece of equipment, and she can't show herself because of her job. And then I'm going to see if somebody wants to communicate with me, and then see if we can get evidence of that on the machine. If anybody is here that wants to communicate, just let me know. There was a man who said he fell down. So, Amanda, there's a man who is saying that he fell down. He was shot in the knee by the stream. Can you put that in this little box here? Can you let people know through the box that you're the person that I'm speaking to? The person who got shot in the knee by the stream? He has a dark blue uniform. Would that be? Okay, there's some people coming, so we're going to pause. So one of the things, you guys, although a lot of you like when we use equipment, I get a lot of randomness. I don't know if everyone does, but we certainly do. I don't know if that's because of me as a medium. I'm not sure. But I was telling my sister before some people came down the path here that this man was wearing a blue uniform. And what did you say?
I mean, generally blue. We're the patriots, the colonials, the Americans.
Okay. So the not yet Americans, that is the side that this gentleman fought on. Okay. Let's go ahead and go down that way. If you want to go ahead and forward, yeah, that way you won't get in the camera. We can always put a little thing over her face if she gets on. Like up there by that rock, there's a little boy. I can see you. Do you want to talk to us through this machine? I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see, but I'm going to keep talking. Okay, so he says that he's present. And actually, I was just talking and I didn't have this camera on. Oh, at least the people have moved from down there so I can point it this way. Well, we'd love to hear more of your story if you'd like to. Anybody who wants to, they can communicate in this red box here. Just come near that and speak into that. And we'd like to know your story. We watch out. There's like a bunch of roots. Oh, British area. So, are the redcoats around? Watch these rocks. Y'all, it's pretty slippery here. Threat, begin. We are not a threat. I hope you know that. Do you know that you are dead? The war is over and the British lost. So there is no longer a threat to you.
And we are allies now.
Yes, we are. I wonder what that word is. C-N-S-Y.
Looks like sin, but it's S-Y-N-N.
Huh. Look at this beautiful tree. Y'all know from my cemetery wandering, I love trees. Interesting. It
Faye
had
and continued.
said Faye continued. Now it says Sift, shy, cable. So are you shy? Maybe you don't want to come out and see us? Watch that thing right there. I'm shooting in front of me, so you're good. Okay, we're going to get down to stable ground. Here is a memorial to some of the soldiers that were killed in battle here in defense of America. Can't read all the names, and there are people coming. So we send our heavenly blessings to you. Thank you so much for your service and your sacrifice. Y'all, this is interesting. It's talking about, we just came across this local boys and spies. The patriots who formed battle lines at the foot of this steep hillside were local boys who knew Kings Mountain well. Some had used the large clearing atop the ridge as a deer hunter's camp. Local men from the South Fork settlements had helped the Whig colonel scout out where the King's men had taken their stand. 25-year-old Major William Chronicle ordered his militia to, quote, face the hill. Many a man knew he would have to face close relatives or neighbors among the Tories they would soon fight. So also it said that there were young girls. But what about, like, this boy looks like he was like 10.
Yeah.
Would they be that young?
They could have used local people on both sides because some people supported the British. They were Tories.
Yeah.
Other people supported the colonials. So local people of the area would know the ins and outs.
And
So
they would be that young, like the boy that I saw. So I know it's really all of a sudden it's really dark, y'all. I don't know. Can you see me? But my sister is a history major, so that's why I wanted her to give us a little information.
So here they said they questioned a Tory girl, and then from her and from John Ponder, who was a 14-year-old boy.
Okay.
So we don't know how old she was.
Right,
so
right.
They could have easily been younger.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, we're walking up to see what this memorial is. You know, and y'all, that's interesting because I'm really bad with age, but that boy looked like, well, he was as tall as my godson. He was 10. That may not mean anything, but he does. He did look young. So that's really cool to find out. Oh my gosh, y'all, this hill is so steep. Oh. And I think I told y'all before, my family helped the Tories. Okay, so here fell Major William Chronicle, October 7, 1780.
This was erected by the Major William Chronicle chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution.
I'm going to show you the hill behind. I can't imagine being in battle, period, but I mean, the terrain. All right, so it's really difficult to photograph in this light, but my sister said she got a name on the obelisk, like Amaline.
Amaline, I just got Ida. I got Nana. So I've been getting female names.
Oh, wow.
Bacon. Everybody loves bacon.
That's right. All right, ladies, you want to tell us your story? You're welcome to come forward. Yeah, somebody told me this used to be our land, this used to be our homes, and they ruined it. Bloodshed, starvation. I don't know what this other word is. I'm going to say it was kind of like plummeting or what would that word
pillaging?
Be? Pillaging. There we
From
go.
both sides, probably.
Yeah.
And it was, again, like the Civil War, this was family against family as well,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true.
depending on
Very
which side
true.
you supported.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Heavenly blessings to you. And they just said, thank you for listening. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. There was Deborah digging, says every plant's period. We're trying to get down the hill and not eat it. Y'all, it's been going fast and furious, but it's a lot of random words.
Kind of like the chaos of what of battle
Yeah,
and
that's
being here and troop movement. Words were like it.
oh. I
You know,
wish we could figure out how to turn on the sound again so they could hear it as it
yeah, I
goes.
tried to just go to phonetic.
Y'all, this is such a beautiful place, and I can see if you are here early in the morning, or maybe I think well, it closes at 5. But if you could get here when that morning, when the mist is here, I'm sure it would trigger a lot of emotions and things for the spirits that are here. It is very palatable here, as one would expect on any battlefield. But through the woods, where the energy is very condensed, you can feel a heaviness amongst the beauty of the woods. Thank you guys so much for your comments and your likes. It really means a lot, and it helps to keep this channel going. If you guys have any places that you would like me to investigate, go ahead and drop that in the comments. If you know of cemeteries or graveyards as well, please let me know. Put it in the comments and I will do my best to get to it. Y'all, we are getting our exercise today, and it's really not even that far, but it's up and down. Gonna kind of give you guys a view. Which, that is hilarious. Who's getting your face? It says witch, y'all. That's hilarious. Are you a witch? Or are you calling me a witch? Because I can hear you. I can see you if you showed yourself. Huh. That is too funny. It's funny being called a witch by the dead, but if y'all saw, do you remember Help a Ghost Brother Out? Because yeah, they thought it was evil using the technology, especially. Why, I'm not sure, but sometimes I think, like, do you see the film The Others? It's one of my favorites with Nicole Kidman, where the dead were afraid of the living. you know, they thought maybe they were dead, so to speak. So very interesting. I say, y'all give it a try. If you haven't seen it, I highly suggest it. So I'm going to have my sister talk about some of the random words that we were getting. What was it that you just told me?
So I got a string of words that said like axe, Europe, ambition. And when I heard Europe and ambition, it just made me think of young British officers or any British
Uh-huh.
officer. If you were to come here and you were to win the revolution or you were to win
Mm-hmm.
a major battle, that could mean a title, that could mean
Okay.
land granted to you in Europe, that could
Okay.
raise your station.
Okay. All right. Well, that gives us some understanding. All right. And here comes another hiker. So we're going to pause for a minute. History, soul, age. So I see a face of a gentleman. He's showing me in my mind. He has brown hair, kind of straight to about his ears. He kind of has a darker cap. And it's definitely like a bluish outfit. Bring the obelisk and see. Can you tell us what your name is? Are you the soldier that is showing themselves to me? You're gonna have to look because I can't read it. Can you read? I've got my glasses on. I can't take them off with both my hands. I didn't want to see your face in it though. So, how about that? Anything?
Trip Edison.
Edison. Is your name Edison? That was my dad's dad. His name was John Edison. Thank you for introducing yourself.
Were you an officer?
Will you pull my glasses off, please? Y'all, this is teamwork is dreamwork. Okay, so Trip Edison's sister. Oh, I'll turn it this way a little so it only gets my mug and not my sister's. This is my sister. Do you know her name? I'm Amy. What is my sister's name? You heard it. You want to speak it into this box again? I know you can. Edison, are you still with us? Anybody else want to share? Thank you.
Those are yours.
It seems as whenever we step off the asphalt, we have a lot more connection, which is interesting and not. I mean, it doesn't seem to have stopped people from reaching out to me before, but definitely seem to get more of a connection and people coming forward when we're off that asphalt. Fell on this battleground in defense of civil liberty. Colonel James Williams, Major William Chronicle, Captains John Maddox and David Beatty, William Edmondson, First Lieutenant Reese Bowen Thomas McCullough, William Blancy Byrne, Robert Edmondson, Second Lieutenants John Beatty, Andrew Edmondson, Humpelson Lyon, James Corey, James Laird, Nathaniel Geist, Nathaniel Drider, James Phillips, and Privates William Robb, John Boyd, David Duff, Henry Henniger, William Watson, Arthur Patterson, and Preston Corinth. Thank you for your service and your sacrifices. In memory of the patriotic Americans who participated in the Battle of Kings Mountain, this monument is erected by their grateful descendants. Heavenly blessings to all. Here the tides of battle turned in favor of the American colonies. Interesting, we noticed that it said raised Ed soul. Now that's really interesting because my great-grandfather, everyone called him Ed. So who would his mother have been? Mom Shuford?
Yes.
Okay, if your mom Shuford, say yes. Or I am, or acknowledge yourself. Trying to figure out which way this is going. So are you talking about
Edison the soldier?
Right, that's what I'm trying to see. Is it Edison the soldier, or are you talking about Ed? Our Ed. Gonna have to give us some information. Either show me a picture, show me yourself, or communicate. You could talk right into this. We'd love to know. So here's the thing, y'all. And this is, for me, the hard thing about using this technology. For me, like, why don't they just tell me? Why don't they just show me like they do? Is that impeding? Or are the people who are using this only able to use that technology? I don't know. I don't know how it works. Like I told you, I was just born this way. I really don't know. But it's something to ponder. And what do you have?
Psychic. Soup, psychic, puncture, shown.
Huh. That's funny. Shown. Well, I mean, I know you showed me Edison, who was a soldier because I saw him in uniform. Are you like joking like your psychic figure it out? Doesn't work that way with love interests either, so. Here Colonel Ferguson fell October 7, 1780. He was 36 years old and he had been serving since he was 16. To the memory of Colonel Patrick Ferguson, 71st Regiment Highland Light Infantry, born in Aberdeenshire, Scotland in 1744, killed October 7, 1780 in action at Kings Mountain while in command of the British troops, a soldier of military distinction and honor. This memorial is from the citizens of the United States of America in token of their appreciation of the bonds of friendship and peace between them and the citizens of the British Empire, erected October 7, 1930. Heavenly blessings to you, Colonel Ferguson. Thank you for your service, albeit for the crown. We are now allies. Heavenly blessings to you. Pounds, color, river. Just wanted to see what we would get if I stepped off of the path. It's been a lot of random words, but they all pertained kind of to the day when the battle was fought. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Ghoststorying. I'm psychic medium Amy Schuford. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.